It's 9 at night. The phone is face down on the armrest, and you've actually decided that you're not touching it tonight. 40 seconds later it's in your hand. You didn't choose to pick it up. You just find yourself scrolling. And notice what didn't happen. You didn't lose an argument with yourself. There wasn't one. Your hand moved before you arrived. Now run the same night with one change. The phone charging in the kitchen, door shut. You'd have watched the whole film. Nothing about you changed. 12 feet did. Same person. Same discipline. Move one object, and you're a different person by 10 o'clock. And you can prove you're not weak. That same phone sat in your desk drawer all day at work, and you never thought about it once. 8 straight hours of flawless self-control, and it cost you nothing at all. Because the room never asked. So the question was never why you're weak at 9. It's why the couch asks and the drawer doesn't. That's what this video answers. One mechanism, followed all the way down. Why the room decides before you ever get a turn. Play the couch back in slow motion. Frame by frame. The screen catches the light. Your eyes go there. Your hand goes there. And then only then, the part of you that made the rule wakes up. So by the time you're resisting, you're already behind. Resisting is what happens after the cue is fired. Willpower isn't a wall around your evening. It's someone who shows up after the visitor is already inside the house. Which means the fight was never fair. You gave the cue a head start, then blamed yourself for losing the sprint. So look at how strong a cue is when all you do is move it a few feet. Brian Wansing's team put candy jars on office desks. Then they moved the same jars 6 feet away. Same room, same candy, same people. 6 feet cut the candy eaten roughly in half. Nobody decided to eat less. Nobody was even trying. 6 feet. That's about 2 seconds of walking. 2 seconds beat every diet those people had ever attempted. So the dial was never how badly you want it. The dial is how many seconds sit between you and the thing. Turn that dial one way and you're a person with discipline. Turn it the other and you're a person with a problem. Same person. Same day. That isn't a metaphor. That's the mechanism. Seconds are the currency here, and your room is holding all of it. So look around the room you're actually sitting in. Not judging it. Just reading it. Every object within reach is a decision that's already been made. You just haven't gotten to it yet. The open bag on the counter is a decision. The charger by the bed is a decision. The app on the first home screen is a decision. You made each of them once, months ago, in about a second, thinking nothing of it. And now they vote. Every single night. Quietly, without you. And some of those decisions were never yours to begin with. The supermarket put the sweets at the till because you're tired by then and your hands are already full. That's not an accident. That's a floor plan. The app opens to an endless feed instead of a menu, because a menu makes you choose and a feed never does. Rooms get designed. Some by architects. Some by people whose entire job is your next 90 seconds. So when you sit down at 9 and try to outwill your own evening, look at who you're actually up against. You, tired, at the end of a workday, running on a rule you wrote on Sunday. Them, 100 people, well rested, paid specifically to win this exact moment. And you concluded the problem was that you don't want it enough. Which brings us to the people you keep comparing yourself to. You picture them white-knuckling it. Wanting the cake and saying no. Wanting the phone and putting it down. Winning the fight you keep losing. That picture is wrong. And there's data on exactly how wrong. Hoffman, Baumeister, Voss and Forster, 2012. They pinged people at random all day and asked what they were wanting right at that second. Then they lined it up against everyone's self-control scores. And the result came back pointing the wrong way. The people with the most self-control did not resist more temptation. They reported fewer temptations. That's it. That's the finding. Read that again. They weren't stronger in the fight. They were in the fight less often. Not because they want things less than you do. Because their rooms don't ask. The cake isn't in the house. The phone charges in the hall. The shoes are already by the door with the laces open. They're not winning the 10 p.m. battle. They deleted it that afternoon, back when it was cheap. And Gala and Duckworth, 2015, found the same shape from another angle. The people who look disciplined mostly have automatic habits, not heroic struggles. Their good behavior costs them almost nothing, because it never gets far enough to cost. So the thing you've been trying to build, more strength for the moment of truth, isn't what they have. They don't have a moment of truth. They have a house where the moment never comes up. Here's the turn. You've been training the wrong thing this whole time. You've been getting stronger at saying no. That's a skill you only ever use at the worst possible time. Tired, late, cued, outnumbered. And that strength has to show up every single night, forever. Miss once, and the room collects. So stop trying to win the fight. Move it. Move it out of the evening, when you're running on empty, and into the afternoon, when you're not. One decision, made once, in daylight, beats a decision you have to win 1,000 times in the dark. And here's the part nobody mentions. The room keeps working while you sleep. Your room is the only thing in your life with more discipline than you have. So put it on your side. So here's the one lever. Stop editing yourself. Edit the seconds. Sean Aker calls it the 20-second rule, and it runs in both directions. Direction 1. Add 20 seconds to what you want less of. Not resolve. Seconds. The phone charges in another room. The snacks go on the top shelf. The app comes off the home screen. 20 seconds sounds like nothing. It's plenty. That's the whole point, the queue only ever had a 2-second head start. Direction 2. Take 20 seconds off what you want more of. Shoes by the bed, laces already open. Book on the pillow. Gym bag in the car before you sleep, not after you decide. You're not making yourself want it more. You're making it the nearest thing when tomorrow you looks up. One room. 20 seconds each way. Do it in daylight, today, while it still costs you nothing. And the test is simple. Tonight, don't try harder. Just notice whether you had to. Now go back to the couch. 9 at night, phone on the armrest, the rule you made on Sunday. Look at what you've been doing all these years. Every night you sat down inside a room built to beat you, and then you graded yourself on the result. You lost, and you took it personally. You filed it under character. It was 12 feet. You were never a weak person with a phone problem. You were an ordinary person sitting inside a very well-designed room. Everyone you admire worked this out. Not that they're stronger than you. That the room was always the part you could actually move. So don't spend tonight fighting. Spend 4 minutes this afternoon moving 3 things. Then sit down and find out who you are in a room that isn't working against you.